Good morning, students. Today, now we are going to start our next chapter, which is heat. Okay, in previous chapter, in chapter 3, what you have learned? You learned that woolen clothes are made from animal fibers. You know that cotton clothes are made from plant fibers. We wear woolen clothes during winters, which keeps us warm. Why? Because it is cold outside. Woolen clothes keeps us warm. We prefer to wear light colored cotton clothes when it is very hot, like nowadays in summer season you usually wear cotton clothes and which is of light color. This gives us feeling of coolness. You might have wondered why particular types of clothes are suitable for particular season. Yes, of course, you see, in summer seasons you wear cotton clothes, in winter seasons you wear woolen clothes. Why? Preferably according to the seasons you have to change your clothes. Why? In winter you feel cold outside the house. If you come out in the sun you feel warm. In summer you feel hot even inside the house. How do we know whether an object is hot or cold? How do we find out how hot or cold an object is? In this chapter we shall try to seek answers to some of these questions. Okay, now we move on to our first topic, which is hot and cold. In our day-to-day life we come across number of objects. Some of them are hot, some of them are cold. Tea is hot and ice is cold. Here in table 1.1 some objects are given. Now mark this as hot and cold. Like ice cream, cold. A spoon in a cup, the teacup, hot. Fruit juice, cool. Handle of a frying pan, cool. Okay, now we see that some objects are cold while some are hot. You also know that some objects are hotter than others while some are colder than others. How do we decide which object is hotter than the other? We often do it by touching the objects. Okay, we touch the objects and whatever we feels hot we consider is at hot, and whatever we feels cool it be considered is as cold. But shall we have to depend on our touch? Is it reliable, our sense of touch? Now, okay, see this activity. Activity 4.1. Take 3 large mugs. Now label them as A, B and C. Put cold water in mug A and hot water in mug B. Mix some cold and hot water in mug C. Okay. Now dip your left hand in mug A and right hand in mug B. After keeping the hands in 2 mugs for 2-3 minutes, you put the hands simultaneously in mug C. Do both the hands get the same feeling? Bujo's confusion shows that we cannot always rely on our sense of touch to decide whether an object is hot or cold. Sometimes it may deceive us. Then how do we find out how hot an object really is? A reliable measure of the hotness of an object is its temperature. Okay. So from which we can measure the temperature? By a device called thermometer. Okay, what happened? Why we have to use thermometer? Why we do not rely on our sense of touch? Because we know in mug A we put hot water and in mug B we put cold water. But what happened when we put our left and right hand in mug A and mug B? In mug C we put the water with both mixed water of cold and hot water. The hand in the hot water feels cool in that container and hand in the cold water feels warm. So that's why we can't rely on our touch. Always remember, our sense of touch cannot give us the accurate temperature. Temperature can be measured only by a device known as thermometer. Okay, now measuring temperature. How we measure temperature? Have you seen a thermometer? Recall that when you or someone else in your family had fever, the temperature was measured by a thermometer. The thermometer that measures our body temperature is called clinical. The temperature which measures our body temperature is known as clinical thermometer. Hold the thermometer in your hand and examine it carefully. If you do not have a thermometer, request a friend to share it with you. A clinical thermometers look like the one shown in figure 4.2. Clinical thermometer consists of long, narrow, uniform glass tube. It looks like a long uniform glass tube. It has a bulb at one end. One end it is having bulb. This bulb what contains? It contains mercury. Okay. Outside the bulb, a small shining thread of mercury can be seen. Outside the bulb you see small shining thread of mercury. If you do not see the mercury thread, rotate the thermometer a bit till you see it. You will also find a scale on the thermometer. The scale we use is the Celsius scale, indicated by degree Celsius. Okay. Now, what is the range of clinical thermometer? The clinical thermometer reads temperature from 35 degrees Celsius to 42 degrees Celsius. Always remember this, okay? This is the range of clinical thermometer. Now, how to read a thermometer? We move on to activity 4.2. Let us learn how to read a thermometer. First, note the temperature difference indicated between the two bigger marks. Also note down the number of divisions shown by smaller marks between these marks. Suppose the bigger marks read 1 degree and there are 5 divisions between them. Then one small division can read 1 by 5, which is equal to 0.2 degree Celsius. Okay. Wash the thermometer preferably with an antiseptic solution. Never wash the thermometer with water or something else. You have to wash it with antiseptic solution only. Hold it firmly and give it a few jerks. You always seen in your homes also, and in a clinic they give few jerks. The jerks will bring the level of mercury down and show that it falls below 35 degrees Celsius. Now place the bulb of the thermometer under your tongue. After 1 minute, take the thermometer out and note the reading. This is your body temperature. The temperature should always be stated with its unit degree Celsius. Okay, always remember that your temperature will be stated with the unit degree Celsius only. What did you record as your temperature? The normal temperature of human body is 37 degrees Celsius. Note that the temperature is stated with its unit. Okay, always state your temperature with the unit. Now, precautions. What are the precautions you have to take while reading a clinical thermometer? Clinical thermometer should be washed before and after use, preferably with an antiseptic solution. Ensure that before use the mercury level is below 35 degrees Celsius. Read the thermometer keeping the level of mercury along the line of sight. Always the line of sight should be straight. Okay. Handle the thermometer with care. If it is hits against some hard object, it can break. Okay. Do not hold the thermometer by the bulb while reading it. Understood, all of you? Now we move on to activity 4.3. Measure the body temperature of some of your friends, at least 10 friends, okay, with a clinical thermometer. Record your observations in the table 4.2. In the body temperature of every person is 37 degrees Celsius. The temperature of every person may not be 37 degrees Celsius. It could be slightly higher or slightly lower. Actually, what we call normal temperature is the average body temperature of a large number of healthy persons. Okay, large number of healthy persons is having maximum 37 degrees Celsius or slightly lower or slightly higher. Okay, the clinic, not exact 37 degrees Celsius. Always remember this. The clinical thermometer is designed to measure the temperature of human body only. Okay, other objects like hotness and coldness of any milk, tea, you can't measure with clinical thermometer. Always remember this. The temperature of human body normally does not go below 35 degrees Celsius or above 42 degrees Celsius. That is the reason this thermometer has the range 35 degrees Celsius to 42 degrees Celsius. Always remember this, because the temperature of human body normally does not go below 35 degrees Celsius or does not go above 42 degrees Celsius. Therefore, the range of clinical thermometer is 35 degrees Celsius to 42 degrees Celsius. Okay, thank you. We'll study about next topic, which is laboratory thermometer, tomorrow. Thank you and have a nice day.